Alright, everybody. Welcome back to the Craftverse series, episode 326, and today we're going to get started working on a very particular build. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and start my character being able to move. Now, when I said this area here was important, I truly did mean that. But this over here needs to go. That can stay, but these have to go. And then you need to go. No, not the debt. All right, so this needs to go to here. Actually, I believe we get away with doing that. These need to go. Actually, because of that, I'm just going to go ahead and swap those out. It just looks silly. There we go. Got that figured in. Now there's a very particular reason why that needs to be the way it is. And that is we are going to be plopping in that right there. He's right here. The rest are going to be these. Actually, I want you to stay right there. Okay, so that's going to be pillar. So we gotta do this. And then you and the corners are gonna be that. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floor level. That's all light, but for right now it's not gonna be. Actually, no. That's a light. For right now it's not gonna be. Still trying to figure this out in my head. Before I get too far up here, I want to grab buttons, because we're going to be putting buttons on these positions. One, you actually need to be on all three sides. You guys just need to be on those sides. We're done with that one. Might be wondering, Zeko, what the hell are you doing? I am installing an elevator. If you must know. All right, so we do that, put you there. You're going to be a light, but you're not currently, so you get to be that. Just so I can keep continuity of where everything goes in my head, and that looks menacing. Honestly, it kind of looks like a mob grinder shadow, but that's not what we are. So we're going to continue doing this for 2 blocks. We're going to pop those out because those are where the water is going to flow through. Put these here. And then we do the same thing with this one. Now I have the vast majority of the materials I'm going to need, but I don't have all of them. So bear with me. All right, so we're going to do that. That. Actually, we're not putting that one there. We're going to put you here and you here. It's you 3, go there. And this is to make sure I don't fall out. Will be good. Also, so I have a place I can put the water. So let's go grab the water. Benefits of being next to a lake. That's going to be removed shortly, but it's fine. That's going to stay. So I want to put you there. Make sure water isn't flowing where it doesn't need to. Put you there. Okay. Seems like we did it good. It's okay if it flows a little bit down there. I don't want it to flow a lot. Where are you flowing to is my question. Just straight down? Yes, just straight down. Good, that's where I want you. So until I install my light systems, I'm just going to go ahead and put these right here so I don't lose track of what goes where. Yeah, there. Actually, you're not hurting anything to go there, so that's fine. Okay, so now we have the pathway up and down. I just need to get some kelp, which I have to go back to base for. Hold up, I have a kelp farm. Whee! Ow. You were made for this moment. You don't have enough in you. You do, however. So we're going to go ahead and take that stack. That'll be enough. Whee! This area is really starting to come together. Alright, this is going to be a little flashy. I do apologize. Not much I can do about it. At least it's a short experience. Okay, those are now done. That did not take nearly as much as I half expected it to. Okay, so consulting this. Why am I flowing? Oh, because it did break out. I didn't put them down on the bottom of one side. Or on this entire side, apparently. Oof. Okay. You can stop. That would be good. I don't want these to despawn. Some of these are expensive. Alright, let's fix this. now that I can. There. It was an unintended benefit. I wasn't planning on doing that. But you going straight up, and we have this one coming straight down. Pick up all of the litter. Should be 64. No, it's 57. Okay, that should be the 64. Come out here. I will pick up my boxes, which I need to move forward. I won't be needing these yet. I will at some point, but not yet. I will be needing a ton of those. And I will be needing even more of these. As long as I leave myself enough to grab the 2 boxes, I'm fine. So now that I have this elevator, I can easily get up to do the work. Three, 4, 5. Right, so this is how I'm going to be measuring out this pathway. I will have 5 blocks of space, and in those spaces there will be a line in the center of granite, and sandstone will be filling the gap. And then on the outside of that line, you just have another line of sandstone. That goes on the outside as well. And on the outside of this, there's going to be a ring of other blocks, waxed oxidized copper, that I don't currently have in the hotbar or space for at the moment. So I'm going to get this annoying rain to go away. While I'm in the inventory, we're just going to run over here for a moment, take that one off, bring this one up. Okay. Don't need the bed there. So this needs to go, this is 1 and 2. I need 9 more of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3. 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. No, that's 5. I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now that's 6. Just quickly make sure that everything is 5. Okay, all of these are sized properly. This is the midpoint. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the end. So the center of this ought to line up exactly. So this is X399. Let's go check that door. X399. It lines up perfectly. We're also going to have it meet up from here not that way, until we get to the higher up portion. We're just going to do this. This is going to be a tad different than the other side, but it's ultimately going to lead up to the same point. All right, now that I can just go this way, let's just have it meet up there. A little bit faster doing it this way. Not if I do that. I'm a little too trigger happy there. Yep, that's fine. Because we need this to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out here. This is fine. Yes, that looks identical. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 granite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 granite. And we repeat. Yes. And the way that this is different from the opposite end, come through here for a moment, you'll be able to see from the inside that this actually has a T-connect here, so we have the wall right up against the wall. It is exactly the same on that side, so it worked out nicely. However, it is not going to work out quite so nicely on this side because it doesn't actually connect the way the roads connect over there. The only way to make this exact the way it is to leave off that wall. So it's going to look a little bit different. Different is okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. No, no, no. That different is not okay. That different is okay. 3, 4, 5. 2. Switch to sandstone. Getting in the base of this is the easy part. What comes after getting in the base is a lot of grinding. Okay, so now we do the same thing here. Pretty much. Okay, and now we just extend this all the way out. It needs to wrap fully around. And aside from popping out a few bits of granite to make the lava pillars, we're pretty much done with the granite. One out, come around. Just drag this all the way down. And honestly, I could probably get away with just backing up, because the whole thing is in. Speed this up just a bit since I'm on survival and not on creative mode. All right. It's definitely a lot faster to do it this way. Now, the thing about the sandstone is once all of this border sandstone is in, I only ever need sandstone for walls. I don't need it for anything else after that, so I can go ahead and cut the rest of what remains into sandstone walls. They will not be affected in the slightest by any of the other changes that take place. What I probably should have done was grab some torches for this. It's going to be a little mob platform here in a moment. Not that I want it to be, but it's going to be. Okay. Platform achieved. Can we sleep yet? No. All right, so let's put it over here. Okay. While I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of this into walls. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, these 3-ish stacks should be plenty. Where's my granite? That granite away. I'm not going to need more than just what I have there. This is going to get messy real quick if I don't sleep. Hell, it might even if I do sleep. Let's see, did anybody spawn? Thankfully not. Alright, so now what I have to do is from this point, I need to oxidize copper the entirety of the outside. I don't think I'll need quite that many, but I'm playing it safe. Okay, so we're the same on all fronts. This is my border of choice for this build. How close am I? Close enough that I can just go the other way. Go. Now I can back up and do the rest this way. Save us all some time. We're actually making good progress for a half-hour episode. Not to shatter the fourth wall into a billion pieces or anything. Okay, that is in. This way will be much easier because it actually has a stopper and I'm not going to go beyond it or fall off. I have plenty of cushionary blocks behind me that I can step back on. I was debating on whether or not to actually include this in the final rendition of the world, but you know, this actually looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go with it. Oh, well, we're down here now. I can't reach that, can I? Nope. Okay, well. Hey, at least I fell off onto the island and not into the friggin' lake. And now we are done with the oxidized copper. Considering I started with an entirely full shulker box, using 5 and nearly a half stacks is a lot less than I was expecting. So actually, so I don't have to worry about you, I am going to leave you here. Right about there's fine. Not going to need you for a while. These ones, however, I am. So I can easily access this from anywhere. We're just going to put this right here. Now, the fun thing about doing this build is I now have to poke out hole here. I have to skip 2, poke out another hole. Skip 2, poke out another hole. And repeat this process all the way down. And it lines up perfectly with here. So we skip 2, poke out a hole. We can skip 2 again and poke out a hole. Probably get away with it one more time. Because the rest of this has not yet been cut out. That will be the extent of the lava we can do, but it does extend another couple all the way over. It will extend all the way to this one here in the final form, because there's exactly 2 here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the long one. Turn in for 7, 8, and 9. So 9 total lava buckets and 9 total pillars. That's going to be some fun. First, we wrap all of this with the good stuff. Okay, it stops in the corner, and then we drag it all the way to the other side. This way I don't have to worry about things wandering on or off and falling on me, aside from the hole in the center. That's a much more manageable place for him to fall if they're going to. And I'm starting to think that the 3 stacks was only going to be enough for one particular side. Yeah, just enough for one side. That's fine. I'll do what I can over on that side. And I'll have to grab some more mustard blocks out. Are you a thunderstorm or just a regular storm? Knowing how many it took to do that, an extra set should be good. If not, I can always come back and craft more. And I think I'm going to leave this over here with these, because that's where the stone cutter is. That's fine. It's at least a stack deep. Right? Well, maybe not at least, but it is about a stack deep. If I didn't have that little bit to start wrapping around, yeah, it would have been exactly, I think. This makes for a nice viewing platform. Because of the other blocks I chose for the center, we won't be hearing this ting, ting, ting every time we walk down it. Is that a spider I heard? No, it's just the way the rain's falling on certain blocks. Okay. Should be able to sleep, right? No, not a thunderstorm. Okay, so this is really good progress. And next up, I'm going to get the majority of these pillars in. So I also need to go grab some glass. That's the one piece that I did not grab, unfortunately. Polished granite. Oh, just gonna make some room in my bar here. And we're going to be putting these right along here so I don't mix them up. Lanterns, however, can just go right there and be fine. We're gonna put the bed. It's probably a bad idea to place it right next to the hole. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. I'm going to go ahead and shift on over there. And yeah, I'll see you next time when I have the materials.